is a very simple introduction for beginners to the math part of physics. Suppose you want to weigh your dog, and all you have is a scale for humans. Well, you know what to do. Weigh yourself, then pick up your dog, weigh the combination, and then subtract your weight. So we can write that out as an equation that the combined weight equals your weight plus the dog's weight. And so we can solve for the weight of the dog. The weight of the dog equals the combined weight minus your weight. Now, if we put that into symbols, it looks more like a physics equation. We'll use W to mean weight, and with a subscript C, that's the combination. The subscript Y means it's you, and the subscript D means it's the dog. Okay, let's try a more complicated equation. Suppose you have 3 dogs, and you want to see what's the combined weight of the dog, of the 3 dogs. Maybe that's, it tells you how much dog food you need to buy. Okay, you know what you have to do again. You have to get on the scale 4 times. Weigh yourself, and then weigh yourself plus each of the 4 dogs. And then we can just work out the terms here. You're going to take the combined weight of you plus the dog, each dog, and then subtract your own weight 3 times. That gives you the weight of all your dogs. Make it one more step in complication. These can be a function of time. Suppose you have a puppy and you want to see how fast it's growing. Well, the combined weight is going to change with time, obviously. The dog's weight will change with time, and maybe even your weight will change with time. So we use the parentheses T to mean as a function of time. You're going to weigh yourself and the dog, at one point, and then maybe a month later, you do the same thing again. The change in weight divided by the change in time, and that gives you a rate. And then we use the term delta to mean change. Then you might want to know what percentage weight gain, because if you have a Labrador that gains 1 pound, that's not too much, but if it was Chihuahua that gains 1 pound, that's probably a lot. Okay, so take the change in weight divided by the original weight, multiply by 100. That gives you another equation for the change in weight, for the percentage change in weight. Sorry about that. Now, suppose you have 3 breeds of dogs, and you'll see which one is gaining weight the fastest. Here, I'm just going step by step, making more complicated equations so you can see what they look like. Suppose you have a Chihuahua, a Beagle, and a Labrador. Now, you want to take the percentage weight for each one so you compare them. That tells you which breed is growing fastest. Faster, and which one is going faster than the other. Right, how much faster? Well, again, we just write another equation. We take the percentage difference and then subtract the 2 and then divide. After that, we do a little more math and then have another equation. Now, I think you can see why I didn't want to write out the whole thing, get on the scale so forth every time. Equations are very useful because we can just take the terms and say, and if we don't remember what they meant, well, we can just go back to the previous page and then plug in the terms. Now, here are a couple of very complicated equations from physics. We have Schrödinger's equation from quantum mechanics, and then Einstein's field equation from general relativity. Now, these equations are very complicated, but only because they have a lot of steps. And I was kind of showing you how to go through the weight of the dog. As you put more things into it, your equations get longer and they look messier. But each step is pretty simple. And that's also true of physics equations. They have a lot of steps, but each one is pretty much like the weight of the dog. Now, if you'd like to see some of the really complicated things that the physicists do, I have another video on general relativity math. You don't need to be able to do this math yourself because other people will work it out, but it's just kind of a sightseeing tour of how these terms all fit together. And thank you for watching this one.